Hey guys, Kevin the Comic Doctor coming to you with another live What's in the Press. That's right. I figured I'd come on here tonight and do another live one because, like I always say, the live videos are quick. They're quick for me, so that's a good thing, right? Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. There's a few of you already here, which is fantastic. I have a lot of books to share with you. Let's get started today with an order from Jason out of Richmond Hill. Jason sends me around 17 books or so. And we'll start off with a graded copy of New Mutants 98. We're going to crack that out and see what we can do. Perhaps we can increase the grade, which would be spectacular. So that's the first thing that Jason submits to me. Next, he submits quite a lot of nice books, actually. We have a nice copy of the first appearance of Galactus and Silver Surfer in Fantastic 448. Let me just move my paperwork around here for a sec, guys. Also, a great copy of Giant Size X-Men #1 is a really clean copy. Been seeing a lot of this book, guys. There's quite a few out there. And that's fantastic because I love working on that book. They press out really nice. With a signed copy of Iron Fist 14. I believe it's signed by Chris Claremont there. I recognize that crazy signature. Jason also submits a copy of Wolverine #1. Tales of the Teen Titans #44, the first appearance of Nightwing. Almost forgot there for a second. A copy of Iron Man #1. Another one on my hit list is Invincible Iron Man 55, with the first appearance of Thanos and Drax and many other characters that we're going to be seeing in the upcoming Eternals movie, actually. Forever People #1. Captain America 117 with the first appearance of the Falcon. These are really nice copies, actually, guys. I wish you could see them in person. They're really nice. Amazing. What's in the Press special here, guys? Amazing Spider-Man 361 with your friend and mine, Venom. Carnage. Sorry. Amazing Spider-Man 238. Newsstand with the tattoos intact. First Hobgoblin. Oh, wow, look at that. A gorgeous copy of 194. Starting to see this pop in the office more often now. Another nice copy right here. Batman 181 with the first appearance of Poison Ivy. Fantastic Four King Size Special #6. Early Wolverine appearance in Hulk 182. Kind of a cameo, actually. And finally, we have a copy of X-Men #12. That's a great submission. Thank you, Jason, for your submission. Again, these are going to be worked on this week and should be heading off to CGC sometime next week. All right, let's see what we got next here. Actually, let me just move Jason's books over here out of the way. All right, so next we have a submission from Liam, and Liam sends in his books from Quebec, and we have a Marvel Comics Presents #72 right there. I love this copy of Ghost Rider #2, and that's the image I used for this week's thumbnail. Let me get a better non-glared, there we go, image for you. Wonderful. A newsstand copy of Spawn #1, which have been going up quite a bit as well. Regular, just the direct editions are going for around 200 and I guess 250 to 280. But that newsstand copy to 9.8, I think they're climbing up towards the $1,000 mark. A nice copy of Amazing Spider-Man 316. Oop, right about there. There we go. Flash 143. A New Mutants 98, a newsstand edition as well, which is nice to see. A copy of Flash 137. Got the Golden Age Flash there, fighting Barry Allen. And also a copy of Flash 148 with the Boomerang. All right. Well, thank you for your submission, Liam. And again, thank you for your patience. I'll move Liam's order off to the side here. Right here. And we're going to move on to, where is it? We're going to go on to Sam's submission. And Sam sends us some books from Toronto. And Sam starts us off with a Young Avengers #1. Captain America and the Falcon #209. Amazing Spider-Man 74. Green Lantern and Green Arrow 82. Classic cover, awesome. Amazing Spider-Man 163. You know, all these Amazing Spider-Man books are highly collectible and highly sought after, guys. Even books now in the from the late 70s, early 80s into the late 80s are starting to really heating up quite a bit. They're not bad books to have in your collection, that's for sure, because they're certainly sought after. People always want to add Amazing Spider-Man books to their collection. And we have another copy here, ASM 112. Sam also sends us in a Prowler issue in number 93. I think he has the first Prowler in here somewhere too. We'll see in a second. Come on, that light is pretty bright. You need bright lights to do these videos, guys. So lots of lights in here, lots of glare. ASM 84 right here. There it is. Number 78, first Prowler right there. Amazing Spider-Man 117. These are pretty decent shape too. Amazing Spider-Man 95. $132. I'll cover this up. Has Sam's full name on there. Alpha Flight #1. Batman 311. Gorgeous cover there. A Batman 312. Uh, 313. 314. Oh, I love this one. The Spider Car in 130. My son has this actual cover on one of those canvas prints in his bedroom. Pretty awesome. I love that one. Young Avengers #6. And Young Avengers #5. Thank you for your submission, Sam. All right. I'll put Sam's books right here. We've got a couple more to share with you today. A couple of smaller orders. I want to get the bigger orders done first. So next we're going to have a look at, right here. Hold on. We're going to have a look at Joe's book. Joe from Toronto. And Joe sends us, there we go. Nice. Oh, more ASM. I hope you like Amazing Spider-Man books. We got some more here. We have a really nice copy of Amazing Spider-Man 7. Nice early Vulture appearance. Second appearance, I believe. And the return of Dr. Octopus and Amazing Spider-Man 11. I think that's Doc Ock's second appearance as well. Joe also submits, not one, not two, but 3 ASM 300s. And you'll notice the last one is a newsstand. Let me show you again the difference between the newsstand. There we go. This one here is the newsstand, as you can see. You'd buy this one here at 7-Eleven or, any store other than a comic shop, right? But these guys here with Spider-Man in the bottom corner, those were sold at your local comic store. So anyways, obviously the newsstand copies are rarer and are worth more money because they tended not to survive. Because you know what? Everyone was buying them at those stores. Those that went to the comic stores, I know when I went to the comic store and I saw this on the shelf back in 88. Was it 88? I think it was 88. I read it. It went into a bag with double boards. I kept it in good shape all these years. But people who are buying them from, 7-Eleven or your corner store, well, let's just say they weren't comic book collectors. Probably they were just, buying it to appease their kid along with a chocolate bar, and it went in the back pocket. A lot of them got destroyed. So those newsstand copies are obviously worth a little bit more. Okay. Thank you for your submission, Joe. Finally, we're going to look at Arun from Olympia, Washington. Yes, all the way from the United States, another American client. Got quite a few American clients, actually. And I'm glad that they're coming on board. So Arun sends us in 3 books. He starts us off with a Amazing Spider-Man 162. Classic, Nightcrawler Punisher cover there. An early Punisher appearance. He also sends us in, I love this cover. It's Romita cover here. ASM 54. A lot of nice ASM books today. Hope you're enjoying that. And finally, another book that's here quite frequently is a Conan the Barbarian #1. Look at that. I love the colors on this book. Beautiful. Oh, gorgeous. Nice copy. These are not going to CGC. These are being graded and sent right back to Arun. I suppose he will determine whether or not the books are deserving of being graded. He can make that determination when he gets the books back himself. All right. Well, that's a portion of this week's work, my friends. I have a lot more than just that. I'm going to be working on, I mentioned Eddie last week. Eddie has another 25 books I have to work on towards the end of this week. Those Canadian variants are going off to CGC. It's a relatively large order. And some others too. I guess let's go over to the chat section and see if anybody has any questions. Let's have a look here. Luke's here. James is here from New Mexico. Hello there, sir. Patty's Projects. Hello from Brighton, Ontario. Hoping to bring some books one of these days. You do great work from what I've seen. Well, thank you very much, Patty. Hey, if you're ever in Oshawa on Saturday mornings between 11 and 1, that's when I'm usually in the office. I always, say if you're coming in from out of town, throw me a text the night before to make sure I'm going to be there. You never know. Sometimes, once in a blue moon, I skip a Saturday here and there if I know not many people are coming in. Gem1, hello. Okay. Hey, how you doing, Gem? Sam, yes. I was waiting for the 361. It's not a what's in the press without a 361. That's right. Carnage, it's great. He's always there. The Real Hyperion, how you doing? Good to see you again. Nice flash books they are. Michael Edmond, how you doing? They published 74 Amazing Spider-Man. Go figure. Yep. Mr. Edmond also 95. That was the cover to the Epic collection I just got. The Death of Captain Stacy. Yes, it was. In fact, I have another issue that belongs to that back there somewhere. On my own, I have to get graded as well. 313 First Lucius Fox. I'm not sure, Mr. Edmond. Perhaps, maybe someone in the chat can confirm that. I'm not real familiar with all the keys, especially the modern keys in Batman, but could very well be. It isn't fair that he has so many ASM 300s when most of us don't have one. Well, Michael, maybe he'll give some out. I can ask him. We can see what he says. Somehow, I think he'll say no. There we go. Yes. Yeah, lots of books are right. Mr. Coletta, how you doing? When it comes to collectability and value, it seems the most sought after are ASM, X-Men, and Avengers. Everything else seems to be a distant fourth. Even Batman doesn't seem as valued right now, perhaps. There's a lot of attention on X-Men right now, even Fantastic Four, but I agree with you. X-Men, Marco, seems to be where it's at. Like everyone wants those X-Men books. X-Men 1 has been going up by leaps and bounds. It's amazing. So yeah, X-Men books are super hot. If you find collections with ASM books and X-Men books, they're never a bad thing. And even Batman books are very collectible still. And when that next movie comes out, I think it's going to even bring more attention to the Batman character. Hey, Wayne, how's it going? Yeah, you're getting there. Every week that goes by, you get closer and closer. Patty's 10th floor, always check ahead. That's a good idea. Wayne, I have more piling. Wayne, you're killing me. Michael Edmond. Marvel is so much more valuable than DC. I don't agree, but that is the market. Michael, if you just watched the books I just showed you just now, how many were Marvel in comparison to DC? In comparison to, say, independent, like Image. Obviously, Marvel is the one that most people is the publisher that most people are looking for. DC, of course, is, and you know what? Some people will think that's an opportunity, though, right? If people's eyes are not on DC books, maybe now's a good time to pick up those books, because if the tides turn, and you never know it, they just very well could, DC books could start, jumping in value as well, too. So maybe it's a good time to be picking up some of those DC keys. I talked about that a few weeks ago, actually. Marvel is so much more valuable. Okay, I said that one already. RP, how's it going? How's it going, RP? Marvel is so much more... I keep repeating the same one, guys. How have been the turnaround times of CGC nowadays? I checked today, RP. It's about the same. I mean, the economy is around just over 100 business days. Although I'm hearing people are getting their modern books back quicker. Don't know how. I have not received any books back quite that fast. I've had a few standard books come back quicker than they should have. I think it's going to improve, guys. I think over the next few weeks, we're going to see an improvement down there as the new staff and the new facility kind of gets into the groove. The same thing happens to me here too, like before my back went out a few weeks ago, I started getting to an amazing groove. I was doing a lot of books. I was really feeling confident. I was going to, start knocking down some of the bulk books that I had, and I threw my back out, kind of threw a wrench in that idea. You know what I mean? So anyways, that threw me off for like 3 weeks. And it always takes time to get, work back into that, to get back up to that, to that proficiency, to that high level of turnaround. So I think CGC being, it's a pretty big company with lots of different facets. I think it's going to take time for them to get there. But once they get there and they find their stride, I think we're going to be okay. Hopefully things will get back to where it was maybe 2 years ago. When we used to complain it was 3 months, right? Hey, Basement Collectibles, how's it going? Good to see you guys. Hey, that's people ask me about different channels to watch or to subscribe to. You should go over and give Jordan a follow on Basement Collectibles. He likes to talk about not only comic books, but toys as well, and also arcade. So if you're into any of that stuff, check out Jordan's channel at Basement Collectibles. He does a weekly spec show as well too, where he talks about books you might want to keep your eye on in terms of market value. He also goes over some of the new books that come out every week and talks about the stories and the popular books that are coming out week after week. So check him out over there. The Real Hyperion, are you going to start selling some of your books from the collection you just bought? Yes. You know what? Actually, funny you should say that. I have. Oh, I don't know if it's in. I have the Punisher book in one of these presses right now. I'm not sure which. I'm not going to get up and try to find it, but it turned out pretty good. There's a good chance that Punisher 129 might come back a 7.75. I still don't think it's going to hit an 8. If it hits an 8, I'm going to jump up and down, but I'm pretty sure it's still going to be 6.5 to 7.5. So I'm pretty happy about that. That book's going to go out this week. I should know in a couple of weeks what the grade on that ASM 129 is going to be. That's going to be for sale too, by the way. And have I started selling the books? No, I haven't even gotten that point yet. My buddy Roy's coming over tomorrow. He's going to help me go pick out some other ones that people might want, that people might be interested in. And yeah, I'll probably be selling some of them. I've had a couple of guys email me about a couple of the books I showed the other day. So yeah, I will soon. Are you in the shop this Saturday? I'm planning on it. Yes, this Saturday I'm in the shop. And this weekend is my official birthday, Halloween. I'll be there on the 30th at the shop. I have modern CGC submission heading back in a couple of days, and the books were received yesterday. 24 hours to charge my card and ship them out. Wait a second here. So wait a second there, Jordan. How quick? So those modern books arrived there this week and they're already leaving? Please clarify that. I'm really curious about that. I was watching some of your old videos, Kevin. I saw the one where you got the mystery box of lightsabers and your son was so cute. I love the fact you two can bond over Star Wars. Yeah. I'm lucky. Both my kids, my daughter and my son, appreciate all this stuff. My daughter, she's 14 years old now, so she's not coming to the toy shows or the comic conventions with me anymore. Although she used to. When she was a little one, she loved going to the toy shows and the comic shows. When she was like 3 or 4 years old, I had all those, what are those things called? Those old action figures from the Justice League Unlimited series, the cartoon. I have a whole bunch of those action figures. We'd play with those together all the time, and we'd line them all up, and she knew all their names. But she still loves going to see the Marvel movies and going to see the DC films, and she's right into the lore of it all. I'm trying to get my daughter to actually start cleaning for me because she's very meticulous as well. And she has her own little online presence where she actually makes handcrafts like letters, his pen pals, and she handcrafts like the cards and the paper and the envelopes. Pretty amazing stuff. So she'd be a shoo-in to do some cleaning for me, but she's too darn busy with school right now. So when the next quadmester starts and she has more time, she'll start to come work with me. And then my son, he's still a little too young. He's only in grade 6, so I don't think it's time for him to work on comics just yet. But I will start having him work as an apprentice in the next few probably the next year or so. And yeah, he loves Star Wars. He loves all the comic book stuff as well too. But he's also a huge anime fan. Naruto, I always say it wrong. He always gets mad at me for saying it. He loves all that stuff. So yeah, and he loves those lightsabers. We were supposed to buy more, but they're so damn expensive. Thanks, Michael. I just looked at CBCS times as slow as CGC if they're lightning fast compared to them. Yeah, CBCS is no different as from what I'm being told. So it's all personal preference, guys. If you like CBCS, go for it. Did you find anything else good in that collection? Anything hidden? Not yet. Like I said, Roy's coming over tomorrow, Luke, so hopefully he can find some more stuff. Mike Lemon, I just subscribed to Basement Collectibles. Yeah, give Jordan a holler. He puts videos at like 3-4 times a week, and he knows his stuff when it comes to especially the new modern stuff. Like of course he knows about the old stuff too, but when it comes to modern books and modern speculation and the values, he's a great resource. So hit him up if you have any questions as well too. Where are we now? Edmund, okay. Dark Horse HC. Jason here, Kev. Another great edition of What's in the Press, especially seeing my books. Yes, finally. Hey, Jason, thank you for your patience, my friend. And I'm glad I finally got to them. And they'll be going out, like I said, sometime next week. Sometime next week, your books will be in sunny Florida, waiting their turn to get graded. Where are we at now? Happy birthday weekend. Thank you very much. 424. End find 424. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. David Ross, I submitted a 15-book modern and the turnaround is about 3 weeks. It seems they are using a new method for modern submissions and the turnaround is quite fast. Okay, that's interesting. So I've got some modern books right now that has been sitting there for one client, actually for Tim out of Alabama. I've had I don't think, well, what is it? It was an economy. It was actually economy. So economy is really slow. But the moderns, well, we'll have to see because I have modern books there right now, and I don't find the moderns are coming back any faster. But maybe they just haven't. Maybe they're just doing it with new books that are coming in. I'm not sure. Well, that's great. That's good. If it's speeding up like that with the moderns, hopefully the economies are next, and then we can get this show on the road. I really called dibs the first Iron Fist appearance in that collection Kevin got. That's right. Yeah, Michael asked about the Marvel Premiere 15. I'm gonna have a closer look at that and see what we can do with it. Davy Clar, new CGC customers are getting pushed through faster, I heard. Oh, great. That's fantastic. I'm so happy to hear that. After I've spent how much with them this year? Probably so far, close to $60,000, $70,000 at least. Basement Collectibles, thanks for the shout out and sub, guys. I sent out my shipment late September and CGC received it October 25th, and today FedEx shipping notice and the grades are okay. Well, that's fantastic. So Jordan from Basement Collectibles pretty much saw like a 1 month turnaround time, approximately. Actually, yeah, give or take a month for modern books. That's a good thing. That's a very good thing. Pappy, is $300 for a VG Captain America 117 a good price? Oh, Pappy, the one thing I'm not really great at is keeping up on all the values. The best thing to do is to head over to eBay and just type that in. Type in very good Captain America Raw 117 and see what happens. What kind of numbers you're getting? 300. I know the book did pop for a while there. I don't know. Excuse me if it's maintained its value or not. When the show was on back in what was it, February, March? It was the book started going up. Michael Emmond. 60 to 70,000. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. It adds up. All the books I've been sending down, and that's nothing. I know guys that are sending in books. I know one guy sent me his invoice. I do a lot of work for guys that just have their own accounts, right? And they do their own shipping to CGC. And one guy showed me his bill, like his invoice to date, and he's just shy of 100,000 already. This is one dude. His own books. He's a dealer, obviously, but crazy, crazy. Hey, Jordan, did you see the CGC Express hack this time around? Did you use a CGC Express hack this time around? Oh, do tell, do tell. What is this hack? Let us all know. Is there a hack to get the job done faster? Thomas Grant, nice ASM books. What month books are you currently working? I'm on June right now, with a couple of like sprinkles of May still, like orders from May. A couple of bigger orders are still not there, but I'm moving into June. Like I said, July is pretty light because in July, I pretty much stopped taking submissions. So once I get to June, I'll probably go over July really quick and into August. August was not too bad. Towards the end of August into September, I started picking up again. Then I started getting busy again. But again, right now, I'm doing approximately just shy of 100 books a week. And I don't want to go higher than that. I really don't. If I go more than 100 books a week, no. For me, it's quality over quantity. You know, I'm not going to start putting them in and, you know, like there's 3 books in that press behind me right now. You see how it's not completely closed, that press. The weight on that press alone is enough to cold press what's in there right now. Those books have been in already twice. I'm going to inspect them once I get off the stream with you guys. And if it needs a third shot, then it goes. I'm not going to sacrifice that. I'm not going to do that. Yes, I can get books done quick if I just do a quick press and send them off. But then I don't want complaints down the road, and I want the books to leave here in as good a quality as possible, or in as good of condition as possible. Sorry. That's a house in Edmonton. Haha. Yeah. Oh, is that right? 100. Is that right? Pappy, that is very reasonable price for Captain America 117. Very good. Is averaging around 500 Canadian as of last month. Guys, that's why this is fantastic. We can get on here and chat. You got other people on here who, we're all in the same boat. We're all comic book fans. A lot of you are collectors. A lot of you are investors. And you're all searching for similar books. You can share your ideas back and forth. That's excellent. So Pappy wasn't sure if $300 for a VG Captain America 117 is a good price. Well, Mike Lemon comes on and confirms that in fact it is. The books are going for as much as 500 Canadian as of last month. So that's great to hear. The quality of your work is nothing short of amazing. Well, thank you very much, Fiendish Dr. Wu. I appreciate that. I take pride in the work I do. I don't want to put out substandard work, right? And I think, when people get busy, and we've seen it at CGC, right? When they're rushed or when they're trying to keep up, or there's that frenzied attempt to get on top of their schedule, things go wrong. Problems happen. And in the end, that just wastes more time down the road. I'd rather do the job right the first time than, So anyways, appreciate your compliment, certainly. Dark Horse, quality over quantity is why we're here, you Kev. Thank you very much, Dark Horse HC. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to do. It's funny because if you when I first started doing this, I was at the Toronto Comic Book Show, and I used to promise people back then, and I wasn't doing CGC at the time, but I promised people, and the show was every other month. So if I had a show in January, the next show would be in March, and so on and so forth. I tell people whatever books you submit to me today, I'll have them back for the next show. And that was good for about, for maybe half a year to just under a year. And then it got to the point where it exploded. And I couldn't make that promise anymore. I would do my best to have the books ready for the next show. But then when CGC rolled around, the whole 9 yards, wait times just I stopped doing the show, to be honest, because it was just so much work to have all the books organized and bring it to the show and set up and take books in and give books out. Having the shop in Oshawa and just using the FedEx is so much easier and has worked out better for me. Will I do shows again in the future? Maybe I'll do a show here and there when Toronto opens it up again. The Toronto Comic Book Show opens up again. Maybe I'll do, pick up. I'll go pick up books, but I won't necessarily bring books for drop off. Thanks. Keep up the great work. Can't wait to see my books on the show, Thomas. Me too. I can't wait to share all your books with you on the show because the sooner I get them back to you, the sooner I show them on the show, the sooner they're done, the sooner they're sent off to CGC, and we can start the whole process over again. I suppose, guys. I suppose. I'm not sure how long we've been on here for. About 30 minutes or so. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up, guys. But hey, thanks so much for popping by. Just to give you an idea of what I have planned for the rest of the week, I did say I want to do an episode where I talk about the CGC tiers and the CGC, then the shipping back from CGC. People always have questions about that. Wayne, who was on here earlier, I'm not sure if Wayne's still there or not, had asked about that last week. I plan on doing an episode of that this week. I was a bit vain, guys. Honestly, I didn't want to do a video yesterday because my beard was like this. I finally went and got groomed today. I went and got my beard worked on. So I feel a little better being on here. So I will do more videos this week. I'm going to do, like I said, that one about the tiers and the shipping from CGC. And there's a box on its way back from CGC. Actually, the box almost came back today. But like I said, I was getting I was at the barber today and I missed the FedEx drop. So they'll come back tomorrow. I'll probably do the CGC box either tomorrow or Wednesday. And then Wayne's video I'll probably do towards the end of the week. You're very welcome, James. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate you being here. The hack is basically sending one book through Express, okay, and the same invoice is a pre-screen submission, which gets a pre-screen bumped up to the schedule for grading staff. You know what? That's a hack I always use. Actually, I've been using that hack for about a year now. Thanks, Michael. Take care. Have a great night, my friend. That's the hack I use as well. So basically, if I'm sending, say, 100 modern books down, I always make sure, even if it's one of my own books, I pick a book from my collection and I pay an Express fee. I'll put my book in through Express. And then what that one book will do will have them open the box quicker. Otherwise, your box sometimes will sit in the receiving. I think now it'll sit in receiving for almost a month. There was a time there when it sat in receiving for almost 3 months because I forgot to put EX on one of my boxes once and it sat in the friggin' receiving for 2.5 months. That was very painful. Excellent. Thank you. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Oh my Lord. Today's Tuesday. Oh man. Okay. All right. Let's back up here. All right. So tomorrow I'll probably do that. On Wednesday, I will do the video for the unboxing. And then later, like on Friday, I will do that video for Wayne. All right. Anyways, guys, thanks so much. If you haven't done so already, as always, please, if you don't mind, share this video around. Let people know that I'm out here. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, and we're getting there every day, we're getting closer and closer. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be having a draw for some free pressing and grading. Pressing and cleaning. I'm going to be giving out 5 $100 gift cards, Comic Doctor gift cards. And I'm also going to be giving out a copy of She-Hulk #1. Moon Knight #1, and both of those books, the Moon Knight was donated actually by Hugh. The She-Hulk's one of my old copies that I had. I'm going to press them, clean them, send them off for grading as well, and give them out to you nicely graded and finished. So again, leave a comment in the comment section below to let us know what you thought of today's books. That'll of course enter you automatically into that draw. All right, guys, you take care. Have a fantastic night. And I'll probably see you here very, very soon. Bye for now.